Let us begin with a truth that will shatter the most romantic myth of the sea. The manatee is not a mermaid. It is not a siren singing sailors to their doom. It is a gentle, lumbering, slow-moving giant that has been grazing in the shallow coastal waters and rivers of the world for over 50 million years, long before the first humans built boats, long before the first whalers ventured into the deep, and long after the great marine reptiles of the Mesozoic vanished from the seas. It is a creature of such improbable grace and such profound vulnerability that it seems to have been designed by a nature that values gentleness over ferocity, patience over speed, and peace over conflict. It is a living vacuum cleaner, consuming hundreds of pounds of seagrass every day, shaping the underwater landscape with its endless, methodical grazing. It is a creature of ancient lineage, a relative of the elephant, with a prehensile upper lip that can grasp and tear vegetation with surprising dexterity. It is a creature of remarkable resilience, capable of surviving in both saltwater and freshwater, navigating murky rivers and turbid estuaries with a sensory system that relies more on touch and vibration than sight. But here is the paradox that haunts every conservation biologist who studies them. Despite their incredible longevity as a species and their gentle, inoffensive nature, manatees are facing unprecedented threats from human activity. They are being struck by boats, entangled in fishing gear, poisoned by red tides, and losing their habitats to coastal development and pollution. The manatee has been on this planet for over 50 million years, surviving ice ages, volcanic eruptions, and the shifting of continents. It has witnessed the rise of our species, the building of cities, and the destruction of wild places. And now, it is looking at us with those small, gentle eyes, and it is asking a question that we are too afraid to hear. What have you done with your peace? Today, we are telling the biography of the manatee. Not one species, but all manatees, the diverse, gentle, and endangered guardians of the world's coastal waters. The manatee belongs to the order Sirenia, which includes 3 species of manatees: the West Indian manatee, which is found in the coastal waters of the southeastern United States, the Caribbean and Central America; the Amazonian manatee, which is found in the freshwater rivers of the Amazon basin; and the West African manatee, which is found in the coastal waters and rivers of West Africa. The manatee lineage is one of the oldest and most successful marine mammal lineages on Earth, with fossils dating back to the Eocene epoch, over 50 million years ago. The earliest Sirenians were much smaller than their modern descendants, and they were adapted to life in shallow coastal waters. Over millions of years, they evolved into the larger, more specialized species we know today, adapting to a wide range of habitats, from the warm tropical waters of the Caribbean to the freshwater rivers of the Amazon. The West Indian manatee is the most well-known and widely distributed, with a population of several thousand individuals. The Amazonian manatee is the smallest of the 3 species, with a population that is difficult to estimate due to the remote nature of its habitat. The West African manatee is the least studied, with a population that is thought to be declining due to hunting and habitat loss. Despite their wide distribution, manatee populations are under immense threat. All 3 species are classified as vulnerable, with the West Indian manatee being listed as threatened under the Endangered Species Act in the United States. The manatee is a creature of extremes, but it is also a creature of vulnerability. What defines a manatee? Let us start with the body, because the manatee's body is a monument to gentle adaptation. Manatees have a distinctive body shape, with a large, robust, torpedo-shaped body, a short, thick neck, and a pair of small, rounded flippers. Their bodies are covered in a thick, wrinkled skin, which is grayish-brown in color and often covered in algae and barnacles, giving them a distinctive, ancient appearance. Their skin is highly sensitive, covered in vibrissae, or sensory hairs, which they use to detect vibrations and navigate their environment. Their most distinctive feature is their paddle-shaped tail, which is used for propulsion through the water. Their heads are large and rounded, with a small, bristly snout that is adapted for grasping and tearing vegetation. Their eyes are small and adapted for low-light vision, and their hearing is highly sensitive, capable of detecting low-frequency sounds. Their average lifespan is 40 to 60 years in the wild, depending on the species. The manatee is a creature of remarkable adaptation, but it is also a creature of fragility. Now let us talk about the manatee's daily life and social structure. Because the manatee is not the solitary creature it is often perceived to be. Manatees are generally solitary animals, but they do form loose, temporary groups, particularly in areas with abundant food or during the mating season. They are known to communicate through a variety of vocalizations, including squeaks, chirps, and whistles, which they use to maintain contact with each other. They are primarily crepuscular, active during the twilight hours, spending their time grazing on seagrasses and other aquatic vegetation. They are known to be curious and intelligent, and they have been observed showing signs of affection and empathy toward each other. The manatee's life is a slow, deliberate process, but it is also a process of survival against the odds. The manatee's diet is as varied as its species. It is primarily a herbivore, feeding on a wide variety of aquatic vegetation, including seagrasses, algae, and freshwater plants. They are known to be selective feeders, preferring certain types of plants over others. They are also known to eat a variety of other plant matter, including mangrove leaves and floating vegetation. They are non-ruminants with a simple digestive system that is adapted for processing large quantities of plant matter. They consume up to 10% of their body weight in vegetation every day, making them one of the most important grazers in the marine ecosystem. Their feeding habits shape the ecosystem. By consuming vast quantities of vegetation, they help to control plant populations, preventing overgrowth and maintaining the balance of the ecosystem. They are also important nutrient recyclers, as their dung fertilizes the seagrass beds and helps to support the growth of new plants. Reproduction is another critical aspect of the manatee's life story, and it is a slow, deliberate process that reflects the species' vulnerability. Manatees have a relatively slow reproductive rate, with females typically giving birth to a single calf every 2 to 5 years. The gestation period is approximately 12 to 14 months, and the calf is born weighing about 30 kilograms. The calf is born with a thick layer of blubber and is able to swim within a few hours of birth. The mother provides extensive parental care, nursing the calf for up to 2 years and teaching it the skills it needs to survive. The manatee's reproductive strategy is one of quality over quantity, with a high investment in each offspring to ensure its survival. Now let us talk about the manatee's daily struggle, because life for a manatee is a constant battle against hunger, disease, and the encroachment of humans. Manatees face a variety of natural threats, including predators like sharks, crocodiles, and orcas, which prey on them. They also face threats from disease and parasites, which can weaken them and make them vulnerable to predation. However, the most significant threat to manatee survival is human activity. Manatees are often struck by boats, with propeller scars being a common sight on their bodies. They are also entangled in fishing gear, poisoned by red tides, and losing their habitats to coastal development and pollution. The manatee's struggle is not just a biological one. It is a fight against the consequences of human activity, a fight that will determine its fate. How is the manatee useful to humans? Let us count the ways that are rarely acknowledged. First, ecosystem regulation. Manatees are the gardeners of the seagrass beds, controlling plant populations and maintaining the balance of the ecosystem. They are also important nutrient recyclers, as their dung fertilizes the seagrass beds and helps to support the growth of new plants. Second, ecotourism. Manatee watching is a popular activity in many parts of the world, generating revenue for local communities. Third, scientific research. Manatees are a model species for studying marine mammal biology, physiology, and adaptation. Their unique biology provides insights into the evolution of marine mammals and the mechanisms of adaptation to aquatic life. Fourth, cultural significance. Manatees have been woven into the mythology and art of many coastal cultures, representing gentleness, peace, and the spirit of the sea. Now, what can humans learn from the manatee? First, the power of gentleness. Manatees are gentle creatures, showing us that strength is not always about aggression. Humans can learn to be more gentle and kind. Second, the importance of peace. Manatees are peaceful creatures living in harmony with their environment. Humans can learn to value peace over conflict. Third, that the natural world is sacred. Manatees live in harmony with their environment. We cannot survive without the natural world. Now let us talk about conservation, because the story of the manatee is not over. It is being written now by each of us. The West Indian manatee is listed as threatened under the Endangered Species Act, and the Amazonian and West African manatees are classified as vulnerable. The primary threats to manatee populations are boat strikes, entanglement in fishing gear, red tide poisoning, and habitat loss. There are solutions. Protecting critical habitats, including seagrass beds and warm water refuges, is essential. Implementing speed zones and boat regulations can reduce boat strikes. Reducing pollution and managing red tides can also help. Education is key. People need to understand that manatees are not just a resource, they are essential partners in the health of the planet. The future of the manatee depends on our choices today. And now we come to the final truth. The manatee has been on this planet for over 50 million years. It has survived ice ages, volcanic eruptions, and the shifting of continents. It has witnessed the rise of our species from small, frightened mammals into global dominators. It has been hunted, captured, and pushed to the brink. And yet, it is still here, grazing in the seagrass beds, swimming in the rivers, and raising its young. It is looking at us with those small, gentle eyes, and it is asking a question that we are too afraid to hear. What have you done with your peace? We have the power to destroy the manatee. We also have the power to save it. The choice is ours. Every time we look at a manatee, we see a creature that is not so different from us. A creature that has adapted to one of the harshest environments on Earth. A creature that has traveled alongside us through history. A creature that teaches us what it means to be human. Because in the end, the manatee is not just an animal. It is a mirror. It reflects our capacity for gentleness, for peace, for grief, and for hope. It shows us who we are and who we could become. So let us protect the manatee. Not because it is useful, but because it is sacred. Not because it is endangered, but because it is irreplaceable. Let us give the manatee a future, not just for its sake, but for ours. Because a world without manatees is a world without wonder, a world without wisdom, a world without peace, and that is a world we do not want to live in.